Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Megan and today is Monday, so I'm just going to update you on where I'm at and what my goals are for this week. So I am caught up on these two from my buddy reads, but not on King of Scars. So my goal for the week is to catch up on this one and then to continue reading along schedule for Strange and A Curse So Dark and Lonely, but I definitely need to catch up on King of Scars. And then I'm going to continue reading Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix and Children of Blood and Bone. If nothing else this week, I will finish this book. I will. And then other books I'm going to kind of continue reading slowly throughout the month are Again But Better by Christine Riccio. I'm actually budding reading this with a few people, so I'm excited about that. I also picked up Wonder Woman by Leigh Bardugo, and this is the group book for the booktube games. So we are headed into the second week now. I'm not doing very well, so hopefully I'll do better this week, and I think I will. And then from now on, I think I'm going to dedicate every Monday to being a manga Monday, meaning on Mondays I'm going to dedicate my time to graphic novels, mangas, comics, those sorts of things. So today I'm going to be picking up volume 2 of both Our in High School Host Club and Dengeki Daisy. So quite a bit of reading this week. If I get all of that done, I'd really like to pick up my 2 books sent to me by authors and read those and be able to review them for my channel this week. And that is a lot, so we will see what I can accomplish. Hopefully a lot this week. I'm kind of counting on it, so I will check in with you guys tomorrow. I did it. I finally finished Children of Blood and This was so good. I cannot believe the ending. I just need to talk to someone about it right now because I cannot believe that ending. Yeah, I just like cricket sounds need to be going right now while I just sit here like, because that was, yeah. But anyways, it is Wednesday now, so I finished this last night, and then I also picked up some of Our in High School Host Club. I read 2 episodes in this. I think I have 1 or 2 episodes left, so this will easily be finished tonight, and then I'll have 2 books done this week already. I also started Again But Better, and I'm buddy reading this with Kylie, Sophia, and Melissa, and I will tag them down below, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, Again But Better. I'm on page 21 right now. I'm enjoying it. It's really cute so far, and yeah, it's definitely not the best writing, but I like the story a lot so far. Then yesterday I got some book mail. I got Queen of Shadows because I thought I had the entire Throne of Glass series, but I was actually missing this book, so I went ahead and purchased this book. So now I have the entire Throne of Glass series, and this is just going to be my queen shelf of Bardugo and Mass books here. Once I get my A Court of Thorns and Roses, A Court of Mist and Fury in here, yeah, it's gonna be a good shelf. I don't know where to put that right now. Just gonna have to reorganize a little. But yeah, now that I finally finished Children of Blood and Bone, I'm going to be picking up Heirs of Fate just to finally read this. It's by Amara Luciano, and it sounds so good. It's 3 novellas kind of in one story right now, or in like one hardbound copy. It's 3 different stories, so I'm excited to learn about these ladies and what's going on with their stories because it sounds amazing, it looks amazing, and I really want to review it because Amara's such a sweet author and I've put this off way too long, so I want to read this now. But yeah, that's all I have planned for today, so I will check in with you guys tomorrow or Friday, depending on how I feel after work tomorrow. Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. It is now Saturday. I have not updated since a Wednesday, I believe, so I've got quite a bit to update on because I actually did read a lot, like quite a lot yesterday, so that's really nice. I am now on page 481 of Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix, and I'm really, really loving it. I still really dislike his impression of Luna, so I think that's kind of hindering it for me, but I still think I like Goblet of Fire better than Order of the Phoenix. I don't know. I think Umbridge I just really hate, and she's such a good villain because I truly hate her. So, yeah. I'm also on page 257 of King of Scars, which is exactly where I need to be for my read-along with the group buddy readers. And yeah, I don't know how I'm feeling about it. I would say it's about a 4 stars right now. I'm loving it for the characters, as always, but nothing, like we're like halfway exactly through the book, and it feels like not a lot has happened. So that's interesting, but I think the second half is about to get interesting with how, right in the middle, there's like a second part, and the cliffhanger into the second part, I think, is leading into some actual action happening in the book now. I've also read 2 of the 3 short stories in Heirs of Fate by Amara Luciano, and I love them. I just want to preface by saying short stories are not my thing, and the case is still the same here. I definitely wish these were longer. I don't think 90 to 120 pages is quite enough for a good story, but I'd give the first story 4 stars. I was a bit confused, but the second story was absolutely 5 stars. I really, really loved it. My only complaint is that I wish it was longer, and I wished I had more time with these characters. And from the synopsis, I think Storm Mistress, the 3rd story, is going to be my favorite. So I'm excited to read that one. I also read a few chapters in A Curse So Dark and Lonely by Bridget Kimmerer. I am now on page 162, which I believe is either chapter 19 or chapter 20, like halfway through, and I'm enjoying it. It's definitely a different take on Beauty and the Beast than normal. I'm not sure how I'm feeling about the romance. It feels very, very forced, and I think she would be better with someone else, but that relationship also feels forced. So I kind of just wish they all 3 stay friends. I've also read a bit of Again But Better by Christine Riccio, and I'm on page 50, which is the start of chapter 7. I'm hoping to read a bit more of this, a bit more of Course So Dark and Lonely, and get up to date with my buddy read with Mia Rose Reads and Mercury Wasted on Strange the Dreamer. Oh, also, I'm reading A Curse So Dark and Lonely with Andrea from Art Books and Things, and I will tag all my buddy readers down below. Everyone needs to go check out all their channels. Andrea is really awesome. She actually draws characters or art from the book or inspired by the book while she gives her reviews, and I just think that is so unique to booktube, and it's really, really cool. She's a great artist, and I always love to hear her take on the story. She is actually reading Harry Potter for the first time. I think she's on Chamber of Secrets right now. I think she just finished Chamber of Secrets and posted a video for that, so she'd be on Prisoner of Azkaban now. But yeah, definitely go check out her channel. It's really awesome. On top of catching up for those, if I have time, I'd like to read a bit of Wonder Woman Warbringer by Leigh Bardugo, because it is the group book for the Biblio games, and I need to start doing some of my actual prompts for the Biblio games. I also like to pick up Dengeki Daisy Volume 2, and this is kind of an easy one for me to pick up and read between all of these very complex and very high fantasy or just regular fantasy. It's just a nice book to read to kind of bring it back down. And then also Deep Cosmos by Project Kyle. Once I finish Heirs of Fate, I would really like to pick up Deep Cosmos. I don't remember if I talked about this one, but I did also finish Our in High School Host Club Volume 2. I gave it 3 stars. I definitely like Dengeki Daisy better. This just feels like a bunch of short stories in manga form. And like I said, short stories aren't my thing. I like an actual story taking place, and I don't feel like there's like a long-term story taking place. Yeah. So there's how I feel about that. I do think I'll continue the series until it's done, just because I like to complete things. I hate quitting in the middle of something. I like to complete something. But yeah, that is all for today. So I might check in tomorrow, but that will be all. Hi friends, it is now Sunday, so I'm just going to do my weekly wrap-up. I think I did quite a bit this week, so I'm pretty proud of myself. So first of all, I finished Children of Blood and Bone. This tells the story of Zelly, who is from this group of people who have lost their magic, and Amari, who is the princess, and together they team up to bring magic back to this world. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. It feels very Avatar-esque. I love it so much. I love any books that have been like Avatar-esque bending properties. So I love Children of Blood and Bone. I love A Darker Shade of Magic. I love Avatar. Just anything with those kind of, like, that's my favorite kind of magic. It's just always so fun to read about. But yeah, 5 out of 5 stars. Then I also finished Our in High School Host Club Volume 2. I ended up giving this 3 stars. It's definitely not my favorite because it just feels like a bunch of short stories instead of one extended plot line, and that's not my favorite kind of thing, but it's entertaining enough that I'll keep reading the series. So 3 stars for this. The next few books are my buddy reads. So for King of Scars, I am buddy reading this with a group of people. I'm really not sure who's still in it because people keep like coming in and backing out. So once this book is finished, I will try to update you on who's in it. I think Luli from Luli Hernandez is still in it, and I think that's it. Yeah, I really don't know who I'm buddy reading this with. I'm on page 257 of this, and honestly, I don't know how I feel. I love her writing, but it feels like nothing has happened up to this point. I love the characters, and I think it's about to start getting exciting. So right now it's sitting at like a 4 stars, but hopefully it's a 5 star after it gets exciting. Next, I've been reading A Curse So Dark and Lonely with Andrea from Art, Books, and Other Things, and this is interesting. I'm on page 265 of this. I have a lot of feelings about it. I really don't approve of the romance so far, so I hope it improves from what it is right now. But yeah, I'm really not digging what they're trying to do with the romance because it just feels very forced. There's a lot of aspects I really do love about it. I love how strong Harper is as a female lead. However, there are times when she kind of plays into that I'm not like other girls trope, and that is my least favorite trope in the world. I hate the I'm not like other girls. It's just, I have so many feelings about that trope that we can discuss at another time. But yeah, I don't know how I'm feeling about it because there's a very heavy I'm not like other girls vibe in this book. But I really love her representation of cerebral palsy, and yeah, that's all I can think of right now, but that's how I'm feeling about this book so far. And the next buddy read I'm doing at the moment is Strange the Dreamer. I'm reading this with Mia from Mia Rose Reads, and she just recently hit 1,000 subscribers. Go Mia, I love your channel. I binge watch your videos almost as soon as you update them, so go check out her channel below. And also Kayla from Mercury Wasted, another really awesome booktuber who does amazing videos, and you should also check her out. But anyways, to the book. I am on page 274 and I'm loving it. And so me and Kayla and I have had this schedule where we're going to read 16 chapters a week, and I've been keeping to that schedule, but they just updated me today that they finished the book, so I think I'm just going to go ahead and finish it because I totally get why they want to finish it. It's so compelling. I love the story. I love everything about this book, and yeah, it's gonna be one of my all-time favorites, so yeah. I really wish I had the hardcover, but of course it's out of print and people are selling it for like ridiculous amounts, so I'll have to settle for the paperback. I might get the US hardcover, but the UK hardcover is just so much prettier. Look at it. The final book I'm buddy reading is Again But Better. I'm reading this with Melissa, Sophia, and Kylie, and I will link all of their channels down below. Stay tuned for some exciting news from us in the future, possibly very near future, so stay tuned for that. But to the book, I am on page 50, and this is it's a very, very cute story. I'm loving the storyline. I really love the characters, but it's very immature writing, and there's this sounds so dumb, but there's one scene where she's in the grocery store and she spills tomato sauce and then walks away without trying to clean it up or trying to alert a worker or anything about this sauce. And I don't know, it's such a silly thing to be upset about, but I have vividly remembered this scene for as long as this book, and through all these other books, this is a scene that sticks out to me, not in a good way, and I just really hate that this character left tomato sauce just sitting in the grocery store aisle. I'm gonna give this 4 stars, I think, at the moment. So moving on to books that I'm reading by myself, I'm on page 480 of Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix audiobook. As I've stated, I like Goblet of Fire more, but this is still a really, really good book. I love Dumbledore's Army. I love Luna Lovegood. I love more of Ginny's personality starting to come out. Yeah, I really love it. I've never liked the Harry Cho kind of relationship, so that's getting to me, and I don't really like, I said this before, but I really dislike the narrator's impersonation of Luna Lovegood, and that's really getting to me. But other than that, 5 out of 5 stars as always, because Harry Potter and I'm a sucker for it. And the last book of the weekly update is Heirs of Fate by Amara Luciano, and I'm on page 200, which is about 20 or 30 pages into the 3rd short story. As I've stated before, short stories are not my favorite thing, and honestly, it kind of stays the same for this. However, these stories, normally when I read a short story, I'm like, ugh, like, I'm glad that's over. But for these short stories, it was more of, ugh, why did it end? I need more. So the first short story is Bride of Dreams. It tells the story of a girl who's betrothed to her childhood friend, but she doesn't want that, so she kind of wishes him away, and she has to go on a quest to get him back. And it was very, very confusing almost the entire time, so I'm not really sure what happened. I'm gonna give it 4 stars because the little bits I did catch I was enjoying, and I really liked the world building in it. But for the most part, I'm not really sure what happened, but it is a 4 stars. The second book, however, or the second short story, however, was definitely a 5 stars. It tells the story of a girl who is a huntress, and she has the powers of the forest. However, the queen she is in love with has kind of told her to go burn down the forest and for her freedom. And so she goes to do that, and then she meets people that kind of convince her that the forest is worth saving. So she's like dealing with which way to go, and it goes from there. I wish it was longer. I loved these characters, and I want to see more from the Huntress. And that was called The Huntress and the Nightingale. The third story is amazing so far. I'm only like 20 or 30 pages in, as I said, but I am loving it, so I cannot wait to keep reading this. So speaking of keeping reading this, I think I'm going to go finish this tonight, and I would love to pick up some of Wonder Woman by Leigh Bardugo and a little bit more of Again But Better. So these 3 are kind of my TBR for the night, but as I said, that was my weekly wrap-up. I read 1,171 pages this week for the booktube games. I have, however, not completed any of the prompts, so I think this coming week is going to be prompt focus heavy. So yeah, I need to start completing some of the prompts. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. I will check in with you guys in my next video. Bye!